Hi guys, Craig Rivers here with Rivers End Outdoors. So what I got going on is I'm going to be building a shelter or a little cabin or some sort of a shed. And I want to talk about some of the tools. So come along with me and check it out. It'll be fun. Okay. So your old tools are really cool, and you can actually pick them up all over. You can pick them up at yard sales and whatnot. They're a good thing to collect and to gather. I've always kind of collected old tools. So what this is, believe it or not, and I have never seen one like this before. It's the only one I've ever seen. The only trouble is it's a little bit heavy to carry in your pack, but it's a ratchet. It's a ratchet T-handle for a drill or an auger bit type that has a screw on the bottom that'll pull itself through, spirally. It has one pivoting handle here so that when you push it, it rotates and then it rotates back. You push it, it rotates and it rotates back. This thing is really cool. Like I said, it's heavy, but it's a darn good item to have. So the other thing is these old school drills, crank drills. This one is not really old. However, I got 2 or 3 of them that are ancient. In fact, I even have one that is really large, and it's long, and it has a saddle shape here for your shoulder, so that if you're drilling something, you can press against whatever it is you're drilling and put more pressure on it. Holy smokes, it works great. I've actually drilled flat bar with that thing before. I mean, it works good. You just get your flat bar downward and put some downward pressure on it, and rest your leg on that thing or your knee on that saddle thing and really crank down on it. So the coolest thing, I think, if you're out in the woods, are these draw knives. Now, I know you've seen these and you know how they work. And you basically can strip the bark off of a log, or thin it out, or shave down a plank, or do whatever you need to do. Or even, years ago, we broke we're pulling a hay sickle behind a tractor. And my friend had a telephone pole right out in the middle of the field we were farming. And we caught the sickle tines on the cable that was the guy wire of the telephone pole and snapped the tongue. Well, my friend was really paranoid and we wanted to get it fixed before his dad came home. So it was actually a 6x6 was what the tongue was, but it needed to be like a 5x5 to fit in the ironwork on the rake. So we took one of these things and we pulled down a post and actually got it all fixed before his dad got home, and it really wasn't a big deal. So of course you need all your standard stuff, your folding saw. Good folding saw is important. They have these new silky saws and all these other modern saws. I haven't broke down and spent the money on one yet. I'm probably gonna. I just got to look into it, see what's the best one to get. I would definitely like to get a good saw. Now, I actually have some of the big crosscut 2-man saws and even the really long single man saws. And those you can cut planks. If you put a log up and get it so you can get one guy underneath, standing up underneath, and one guy on top, the guy on top's pulling it, you're pulling it back and forth, you can actually run down that log and cut off some planks. It's a lot of work, but it could be done. I've seen it in old movies where people were doing that, you know, when they were building cabins and things. So so the other thing is if you're working with logs and stuff, this is something that's really cool. It's a pair of ice tongs. I've got a few pairs of these. Collected them over the years. And what you can do is you can hook your log and pull it. And what I've done is I've actually hooked a log and you know, tapped these corners into the log and then ran a strap through there and hooked it onto my quad and pulled the log, you know, some distance. The only thing about pulling a log with a quad or tractor or even behind a horse is that if there's cracks and things in it, you have a tendency to get rocks jammed in there. And if you plan on cutting it with a chainsaw or any kind of other saw, you hit those rocks and it can do a lot of damage on your saw. So the last thing I want to talk about is this axe. Now, I bet you're thinking, okay, big deal, an axe. Looks like a normal axe to me. Well, that's where you're wrong. What it is this is a broad axe. Okay, so what a broad axe looks like is it's curved and one side is flat. I don't have a straight edge here, but if you go like this, you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's flat. The other side is curved. And the thing with this is it's a good, strong axe, and it'll work like any other axe. It'll work just like a regular axe. But the thing with the broad axe is that if you got a beam or a post you want to knock the branches off of, or you want to shave that thing down flat on one side and make a nice flat-sided log or whatever, bench, tabletop, whatever, the flat side slides down, or when you're chopping and cleaning the side, it makes it easier to get it smooth, and you're not taking a bunch of gouges and nicks and everything out. It makes short work of a log, and it works really well. Now, here's the thing that you didn't know, and most people don't know. This one is a right-handed broad axe. What that means is that it curves to the right, because me, for example, I'm right-handed. I would use it on the right side of the log. Now, they make them left-handed, and you would use it on the left side of the log. I can't even swing it with my left hand. I'm just too uncoordinated with my left hand. But they do make them, and they're hard to make, or hard to get a hold of. Now, you might be able to take a regular axe. I know you can still buy these, and this one's a particularly nice one. But you might be able to get a regular axe and somehow heat it, or, you know, turn it into a nice broad axe. And I've seen a flat axe that looks kind of like an ad, or ads. Is that the proper word? I don't know. Correct me. Put the information in my comments if I'm wrong. But it's basically a flat piece that looks like a hoe with a handle that comes out this way, and you take it and, you know, you take your log and you chop it this way. And then, of course, they also make them where they're curved, you know, with a curve on them. And that's for like digging out a canoe or whatever. So, I think that's about it. This is kind of a short video, but I wanted to put something together. It's a nice evening tonight. and bugs are starting to come out. Feels like spring in the air. Got traffic on the road, people going back and forth to the lake. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well tonight, and yeah, good luck out there. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. This is Craig Rivers with Rivers and Outdoors. I will see you in the next video. Bye now.